Here we go. Oh, that stopped way faster than it was supposed to. Hello, hello. There we go. Shrink me down a little. It is late. I slept for most of the day. So, let's try this copyright-free music. And how does it compare to my mic? I think my mic is successfully see, the real trick is figuring out audio when you don't want to turn on your desktop audio and figure it out yourself. Look, these words aren't making sense. It's not important. Don't worry about it. Hello, everyone. How are you? How has your week been? My week has been chaotic. Mostly because I've been forced to drive downtown. And I fucking hate driving downtown. Just, you know. What will this do when I go over? It will be empty when I go over. That's what it'll do. Madam, please. Let's fix that, shall we? So, Kidlit has a... We don't want the game capture. What we want is screen capture. There we go. Screen capture is too big. could just be a little bit smaller, that'd be great. Thanks. Come on. Come on. Really? You know what? This is fine. This is good enough. We don't care. We don't care. We don't give a fuck. So, yeah, Kidlit has an internship now. It is downtown. Obviously. It's at a law firm. She wants to be a lawyer. I don't remember what kind of lawyer. She probably told me at one point. Do I remember? Of course not. Because I'm a terrible person. And the reason that... Oh, yes. I forgot, of course. Rivals to lovers. So, this month's dainty prompt is... Cupid's gone crazy and your dainty likes... or suddenly likes something that they shouldn't. And I didn't know what to do for it until I read one of their suggestions was enemies to lovers or something. And I realized I literally have a fucking dainty with that story. With that exact... I mean, it's not in her current life. This is, our good friend Iridessa. She is a meme lord. She's crazy. And she has a modern look. Look, could we just pretend that's not there? I don't think that actually goes against Twitch's TOS, but still, we'll pretend it's not there. Normally, she is a modern version. However, I mean, with this dress, you can't really tell if she's modern or not. She is technically on her second life in this form. She did have a previous life, and that is where she met her boy. He doesn't have a name yet. This is my first time actually drawing him myself. Here. I have... I'm messy, okay? I'm messy at sketching, but I've actually done the sketch by hand. It's been a very long time since I've drawn by hand. And now, I've lightened it and I'm doing the lines for it. All the lines. So Iridessa's whole thing is, wait, hold on. Did I do that? I did. She lived a previous life. Hello. Goodbye? Look. I need to, adjust my actions so I can do things quickly. But I am struggling. Is constant struggle. What the fuck? Look, we'll just leave that and ignore it, okay? If you're an actual person, I apologize, but you do sound like a bot, so I am going to ignore that message unless you send a different one proving otherwise. Thank you. So Iridessa's story is, you know, she was raised in a... It gives me the moderator symbol option here, but it doesn't actually let me do anything. I'm upset by this. Why are you like this? My attention is clearly torn. Okay. I'm trying to explain Iridessa's thing. Whatever. I've been designing her boyfriend. And I wasn't sure what their story was until recently. Just ignore it. Just me at me. Ignore it. Stop. Get some help. I'm trying to figure out where I should start. Where I left off. I guess with the hands. I didn't really want to do them before because they're complicated. I'm not bot. You are bot. Bottleneck, bottlenose, dolphin, bodacious. All of those things. Hi, Kendra. I don't know if I'm going to the Ren Fair tomorrow, by the way. I never answered your thing. But I don't know, because I think I might still have D&D, and like the original plan was for me to go because I thought I didn't have D&D on this day, but I think I do. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. Was about to ask again, yeah. Being this close is really difficult because obviously I've lightened it a lot, but even so, like, it's way easier to see in person for me to look at it and be like, I can see what's happening. We will be there if you show up with shoddy cell service out there. Okay. Noted. Right. This boy, yeah, like I said, he doesn't have a name. His code name for now is Chris, which is terrible because it's too on the nose for me right now. Like, sometimes I'm into that, sometimes I'm like, yeah, we'll be on the nose. This is a weird nail. I'll fix it later. It's fine. Don't worry about it. He is based on a mythological creature. Can you guess which one? I'll give you a hint and bring up his character sheet. I have no idea which mythological creature he's based off of with that long tongue. He's based off of Krampus, obviously. And of course, she's winter-based herself. She has ice powers. He also has ice powers. He wasn't originally going to have them, but he does. And no, I did not include his candles, because in this picture they are meant to be younger. I also did not include her carvings, because they are carvings, and she adds them later. So this is when they're young, so neither of them have... she doesn't have her carvings, he doesn't have his special... his candles. I didn't add these because... these markings on him, because I was lazy. That's the whole reason. So I may add them later, or maybe those are also carvings, but those aren't actually like the same color. So I'm just gonna say he's born with those probably. I haven't decided yet, because clearly I have not finished designing him fully. Like, I basically just started his clothes. And I got these little motifs that I'm gonna put on there somewhere. I don't know. We don't know. But you understand why I don't really want to call him Chris, as in K-R-I-S, because that's a little too on the nose. But it is his code name, much like Iridessa's code name in the past was, as you can see by the file name, her code name was Bay when I was making her. But basically, as I've been coming up with his design, I've been trying to figure out, well, what's their story? Like, how did they originally meet? Because I'd already decided that they met in Irides's first life. And quote-unquote Chris, Krampus Boy, he is not on his second life. He is not reincarnated. I knew this going in. So he's been alive. She died young in her first life. I haven't exactly come up with the specifics of how her and her coven sisters died. Because I kind of decided to be like, I want to do witches, but I want to do witches in an unexpected way. So they're not like classic witches. I'm just gonna go through here and we can go through and do his nails later. Like, he's got fabulous long nails. It's wonderful. We love that for him. but we don't love it for me. I always have, like most people, I have a lot of trouble with fingers. So this was heavily referenced. When I do it digitally, I will normally like overlay the initial line work on top of the reference, and I will absolutely heavily trace hands specifically. Unless it's a drawn reference, then I feel weird doing that. Because it's like, well, that's someone else's drawing. That's weird. That's weird. That gives weird vibes. Weird inappropriate vibes. So, when I do hands, I try to stick with, photo references, because that feels less weird. But when I do it, when I'm referencing them and I'm drawing by hand, obviously A, I can't do that. B, I just don't. Strictly speaking, I think I do have a thing that, like, I could put, like, my cell phone or something on it and it would, like, do a reflection thing, and I could technically trace that way, but, like, also, if I can do it without tracing, I'm gonna do it without tracing, because then I'll actually get better at it. So, doing it in a sketch is actually 100% visually referenced, and no parts of it are traced. All of this was specifically looking at a specific image and trying to translate what I saw. I might have to pull out the actual sketch and reference it if I feel like I'm doing this wrong, because, yeah. Okay, that part was definitely wrong. That's leaning the wrong way. It's like, okay. I feel like there's a lot of uppityness sometimes with art and being like, oh, gotta do it a certain way. Can't trace ever at all. It's like, well, you can for references, just not heavily, not. Yeah, that one's definitely wrong. Part of the reason that this works, mind you, is because I am sketching. This, of course, I accidentally put this too far up to, because I segmented it. I segmented the hands. I think I do hands better if I'm sketching them, because I have a lot more trouble, I think, translating what I see, when I'm looking at a reference, when I'm doing it digitally, versus when I'm doing it in a sketch, like in my actual physical, like physically, a physical actual sketch. No, I don't like that. And I'm pretty sure that's not even how it worked in the first place. Because I can kind of tell where her fingers are bent based on where I put the segments. I'm all about the references. I need a reference or I go way abstract. Yeah, I cannot do hands without a reference, full stop. Like, I mean, I can try, and sometimes I do okay, but I absolutely need a reference. And if it is digital, like I said, it will likely be traced from a photo reference. Obviously, then I go over and I change it, because, I mean, obviously, well, usually it's not the shape that I want, and, like, real hands are much different from, like, cartoon hands. So there's still changes that are going to be happening, but girl, I have no idea what the fuck you just typed. There was that A.ti. There was a tie. There was Adel. There was Atlas holding the world. That's too obscure. Well, Atlas is not obscure. That's quite mainstream, but you know what I mean. A time I used my own hands for all my references when internet was expensive. Yes. Yes. I do love that we can now do things like even without the internet, I can just take a picture. This is not how fingers and hands work, what I'm doing right here. Then I realized on my drawings the teenage girl hands. Yeah. That is the problem. Okay, hold on. Let me grab my sketchbook. I need to see what the heck I'm doing. Let's see. No, not you. Not that one. That one. Okay. Okay, I see. So it does disappear right there. I'm just being crazy. Wait, no. I only want to get rid of that one. I drew God's hands reaching down once. Apparently God has the hands of a teenage girl. Well, see, that's the thing. He does, because God can do whatever the fuck he wants. And if he wants to be a teenage girl, he's gonna be a teenage girl, and there's nothing we can do about it. I remember taking pictures of myself holding something because I needed to draw a middle-aged man holding a phone and talking on it, like a landline phone. So, is this transparent? I don't remember. If it's not, I'll just get rid of this later. It's fine. Don't worry about it now. Okay. I think that's right. I think my parents still have that one hanging in their house. Of course. Who wouldn't want God's teenage girl hands hanging in their house? Yeah, I think a few years ago I found those pictures of myself looking very concerned and pensive, holding a box up to my face, because I didn't have a landline phone, so I just used, like, I don't even know what it was. Something relatively landline phone sized shaped. Just so I could figure out how the heck his hands were supposed to work. I don't know why I did the expression that he had, because I didn't necessarily need help with that. So, yeah. Banana. That would make me cough. I did not use a banana. I don't think we had bananas. I can't remember if this is when I was living with you or not, Kendra. So if it was a banana, it was probably your banana, because bananas make me cough. I don't even know how to interpret that information. I never have, but the smell of bananas, if it's too strong, it makes my throat feel like it's closing up a little bit, which makes me wonder if I am slightly allergic to bananas. But I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do some things with the line weights here. Ew, only fruit I don't buy. Yeah, see? Okay, so we didn't have bananas. I don't know what we had, but it wasn't bananas. Because it was for a, something. A panel. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. A panel in my webcomic. And I know I was drawing that and working on it around the time that I lived with you in Tucson. So I'm assuming we didn't have bananas. So that's not what I was using. It was definitely a box. Okay. One thing I will say, I used to line, like, by hand. Can we just make these one line, maybe? And maybe make you go down a little. And then I would put it in Illustrator. This doesn't seem right. Hold on. Is that right? That is right. You know, it looked right to me when I drew it. Now that I'm lining it, it doesn't look right. This particular finger. But it is what it is. I guess I'll wait until I'm done to figure out if I like it or not. I think the thing is that her fingers kind of go like this. So, actually go away. So his fingers are kind of doing this thing. Over her fingers. The entire reason that I chose this pose, FYI, was because of this hand intertwiningness. So, these fucking hands were the whole reason I used the reference. And then it got, randomly more... That's not in the original pose. I couldn't figure out how to make their bodies work like the original pose, so I was like, whatever, his that's just where his leg is going, it's fine. It's not mildly suggestive at all. Oh yeah, well, while coming up with the boy and trying to come up with his background, because I knew that he's lived and has lived for hundreds of years after Iridessa died. And they get back together when she, you know, respawns, more or less. That's the word for it. Or as we say in the Sunday D&D game, was resummoned. We now, FYI, have an episode titled Unsummoned Grandmas. Because that's what happens when your grandparents die. They don't die, they just get unsummoned. Important context, my ranger in that game has a Drake companion who is summoned, basically. The only way to really re-summon him is for him to, like, go poof. Basically die. And then he'll get resummoned. So, death... The current joke is death is called being unsummoned now. So, we're trying desperately to not be unsummoned. Or we were on Sunday. Good timing. My grandma was unsummoned 14 years ago today. Oh, what? There we go. It's always fun being able to take some random fucking bullshit that we said during the game, which other people may or may not have forgotten by the time the game ends, and be able to call the episode that. And no one can fucking stop me because it's my YouTube account. You can't stop me. I'm the one with the VOD. I have all the power. This has led to things, wonderful, wonderful names for things, such as Pisquinox. Don't ask, because I don't know. What's funny is we came up with that before we even knew we were gonna end up going into the sewers, I think. Well, maybe some of us knew. I didn't. I had forgotten at that time that we were eventually going to go into the sewers. We came up with that during a session that had nothing to do with the sewers at all. And then we had a sewer episode. And at some point in it we discussed, like, one of the equinoxes or something. It wasn't actually important to the story. We were just like, oh, that happened on, like, this day, the first of the year, which is the, in this world's calendar, is the, winter equinox, I believe, I think. Spring equinox? Wait, I don't know. Well, no, because that's... Oh, it's... Okay, yes, it is an equinox. It was the spring equinox. Okay. Because it's like, there's two different words for those. There's the equinox and there's the solstice. Solstice is summer and winter. Equinox are spring and fall. So yes, it was the spring equinox. That's when that's New Year's Day in this world. We have a calendar that our DM linked us to, so we can go back and, like, look. We were trying to figure out when someone died, because we were doing Speak with Dead, and then that turned into a conversation about, wait a minute, because Speak with Dead only works if, you know, the dead body... A sewer episode sounds like a mental health crisis. You know what? It was. Little brother's birthday falls on the spring equinox some years. Yeah. It's wild. Apparently your brother's birthday is New Year's Day in this world. Yeah, that actually led to a discussion, because I realized it's like, okay, wait, so the body has to have a jaw that's, like, intact, an intact mouth in order to do Speak with Dead. If there is no mouth, how the fuck can the dead person talk to you? It can't, exactly. It's weird to think of life as a spring baby. Side note. I mean... Not that I ever thought of him as a winter baby either, to be fair. I don't really think of people in that context, but now suddenly I am. And it's like, huh. Yeah. I don't know why I'm putting so much effort into this one nail, when I've already decided it's too long and I don't like it. And I'm gonna have to add it to the rest of the hand. We just don't know, okay? I just want to play with line weights. I used to do inking by hand some years ago, and then I would upload it. I would then put it into Illustrator and do, like, an automatic thing, and it kind of added some variation to line weights and stuff, and I found that I liked that. And, you know, then I started doing shit on the computer myself, and I realized, oh, I can do that. I can change the line weight. Like, discovering the pressure tool, groundbreaking. So I do like that. This finger looks too long now. This finger looks weird. So does this finger. They all look weird, as it turns out. It's just gonna be that way. Hands. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it led to a weird conversation where I was like, okay, but wait, so like because we found a dead person, well, it's a skeleton, and its lower jaw had fallen off. It's like, what if we reattached the lower jaw with wires? Would that work? And our DM had to think about it for a second, and he's like, you know, actually it might. We'd already talked to one, so one dead body, so it was fine. But it just put the question in my mind, and then it was like, okay, well, what if you made like a fake jaw for? Hey, Loon. I'm doing late night art and failing at doing hands, even though I've already drawn them. I'm failing at them still, again, all over again. It's great. Normal artist things. Anyway, then I was like, what if there's like a whole, like, career surrounding making fake jaws for dead bodies so that people can cast Speak with Dead on them and unsolve crimes. And that sounds like a great thing, honestly. And I feel like that's a great campaign idea. Fantasy forensics. Anyway, how are you tonight, Loon? What are you doing up? Why are you awake at this hour? Whatever this hour is where you are. I can't math right now. But I know it's later for you than it is for me. I hope you are doing well this week. Do they need tongues or just jaws? Apparently just jaws. Like, yeah. I mean, because we were talking to a skeleton. And there's no rule that you can't talk to a skeleton. Even though they don't have, like, tongues, they don't have vocal cords, they don't got nothing. There's nothing, like... I don't know what magic occurs that, like, makes them able to speak, but for some reason cannot compensate for a missing jaw, but, like, that's just how it works. I don't know. Ask Wizards of the Coast. It's their fault. They did this. They can answer these questions. That just looks wrong. These hands look wrong. I'm gonna put the rest of his nails on him, so he'll look fabulous. You can't see the hand motion I just did, but I did do the hand motion. I want you all to know that. I want the record to show that I did the hand motion. Gonna give this Krampus a hello. That was weirdly quiet. Hello, Rye. I did hear it, but it was weirdly quiet. What's that about? No, that's alert box. Maybe it's just because I have that turned down. You should turn it up then. We know what happens when I turn it up all the way, and it is very startling in the VOD. Actually, what if I turn this up all the way? Woo! And then turn up the sound on my headphones. Is that right? It's really hard for me to tell. What's working right for audio. I'm bad at this. I just changed it, so if it sounds weird and stupid, let me know. Hello, Rye. How are you? I gotta add more nails. I don't know where you are, Rye, so I'm gonna ask you the same question. Why are you up this late? My internet died during stream today, so I had to cancel. Oh no! That sucks. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller. Your nails don't need to be that long. I understand that you are a fucking Krampus thing, but please, calm down. A little bit. Just calm down slightly. Ever so slightly. It's only 1 a.m. Well, yeah, alright. I suppose that's acceptable. That's an acceptable time. How does this man do anything with, like, nails that curve like this? Like, I won't say how does he do anything with long nails, because that is a hypocritical question. I went to In-N-Out the other day, and actually... the cashier was like, how do you get your nails to stay that long? Very carefully. Yeah, I'd imagine so. He'd have to be pretty careful. She's like, how do you manage to keep them so long without breaking? I was like, I don't know. That is the question, isn't it? It's like, once they get past this point that they're already at, they're gonna start breaking. I just trimmed my nails like a few minutes ago, and they're feeling fresh and clean. Oh, beautiful. Nice and fresh. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Sounds like product. Cleaning product. I bet there's something out there called Fresh and Clean. Okay, well, let's go over this and get rid of... Nope. Using the eraser is a bad idea. I can tell you that from experience. Because this is all one layer. I use my fingernails to clean microscopic debris off my skin. I mean, same. And sometimes by microscopic debris, I mean other layers of skin, because I have a problem with skin picking. Don't be like me, kids. I have so many scars. So many scars. Let's do this. There we go. You know what really bothers me is this whole idea that long nails are somehow dirtier than short nails, when it is in fact usually the opposite. It's like, who told you that this was the case? Because whoever told you is wrong. It's like, what made you believe that long nails were dirtier? Thought what bothered you was traffic. I mean, a lot of things bother me, Rye. Traffic is definitely one of them, especially downtown traffic, because I fucking hate driving downtown. I had to pass a fucking Taco Bell so many times because I kept missing the turn. No, demons, shut up. I kept missing the turn, and it was so hard to get back there because it's a terrible place. Downtown is a terrible place to drive. I don't like it. There are too many people, too many cars. Technically, long nails can get dirtier because they can hold more dirt. That is fair and true. But you do tend to clean them more because you can use your long nails to clean underneath your other long nails. And so they tend to be cleaner. But it is more noticeable when they are dirty, it's true. So maybe that's where it comes from. Maybe that's where the idea comes from, just because it's so much more noticeable. Also, do I know where this man's thumb is? No, I don't. I don't remember where, I don't know where I put it. It's not important. They don't need thumbs. I mean, she has a thumb, but it's under there. And technically he has a thumb right here. Okay, they each get one thumb. They only get one thumb. This is why they're a perfect couple, because they both are missing a thumb. Don't worry about it. Do people have manicure equipment at home, or am I just fortunate that my mom works in a salon? It depends on what you mean by manicure equipment. Very much depends. Because, like, what is manicure equipment? The drill thingies? Because I know people have those at home sometimes because they're crazy. I don't like the drill thingies. They're scary. This is, you know what? This is acceptable. This is acceptable to me. I will take it. So, like, one more specific tool is just, like, a pick to scrape under your nails to clean them. Hold on. Let me check my kit. I'm pretty sure that well, that's a cuticle pusher. That is a file with a sharp point at the end to clean under nails. Where's my pink one? The pink one is bigger. Has more things in it. Alex has finally consciously given up biting his nails and has realized he doesn't own a nail clipper. Of course, he never needed one before. Okay, I have... There's definitely sharp things here to clean under nails. I mean, granted, this is more than a manicure kit. This is just a basic... This is a lot kit. It's just a lot. Got stuff in here I could shave my eyebrows off with. That's not what you're supposed to do with it, but, you know. I own, like, 6. Glad we even each other out. Oh, good. I never understood how people bit their nails. I don't think teeth would cut it. Yeah, you know what? Even though I never knew what to say, because I never bit my nails. When I was a kid, I tore my nails, which sounds horrifying. But look, I peeled them? I don't know, because I didn't bite them. That's not how I did it. I'm still not sure what to call it, because it was not biting my nails. Oh, wait, let me put the directions back in here. Wait, what do I have? I have, like, 1, 2, 3 different nail clippers in this kit. I'm pretty sure this is... there's this thing here for, like, cleaning out the inside of your ear, so that's cool and exciting. There's a number of blades, so that's a thing. This just looks like a pair of pliers. I don't know what that's for. What is that for? Let me look at the directions. I think peeling nails was a thing. Okay, that's what I'll call it. Because that seems more accurate than whatever the fuck other people wanted. Oh yeah, nail cleaner. There is a nail cleaner here. There are ear picks to clean ears. There are, yeah, 3 different styles of nail clippers. What is this? Oh, nope. The pliers are also nail clippers. Just so we know. Like a little bit sticks out and then you peel it and then it's slowly back and then you realize you're about to peel off your entire fucking nail. Okay, well I don't think I ever had that problem. Well, I probably did. But, you know. Oh, there's scissors here for trimming your nose hair. Cool. Oblique scraper. What? Trim dead skin. Oh, that's what one of the blades is for. Okay. Eyebrow tweezer, yes. Bowl-shaped acne needle. I'm sorry? Oh, that thing. Okay, well that's, yeah. Who gave this to me? This is a bad idea. I know I specifically asked for it for Christmas at some point, and it was given to me for Christmas at some point. Not this last Christmas. V-shaped cuticle trimmer. There's another nail cleaner. slanted edge nail clippers, regular nail clippers, heavy duty nail clippers that are like toenail clippers, I think. Because, you know, toenails are heavy duty. Eyebrow scissors. Flat callus scraper. Okay, so there's another thing for trimming dead skin. Also a blade. Eyebrow razor. Okay, that's what that is. Manicure hand cam stream pen. I don't know about that. Obviously there's a nail file. And ear pick. No, wait, I'm sorry. What is that thing? That thing is not mentioned. I'm pretty sure that's just another... Wait, what? What? Nani? Money Zifuk? What the fuck is that? No, whatever. I've seen it before. I know that for a fact that it's used in your ears. Close that. Go back to whence you came. Actually, whence did you came? From whence did you come? Wait, where the fuck did you come from? Where did I get this? I just pulled it out. It has a place. I just don't remember what it is. Is it my top drawer? I think it's my top drawer. Yeah, there we go. There. That's where it goes. I don't know about that. I think seeing too much of my skin, nails, or anything up close would just make me feel like, wow, I should peel all of my skin off. Which is a horrible thing to think, but, look. Like I said, I have a problem. I have the scars to prove it. And also the backs of my hands, like when I do eventually get a hand cam, I'm pretty sure the backs of my hands are scarred now, which is unfortunate, but yeah. My skin loves to torment me, and I love to torment my skin. Isn't it neat how humans are just broken sometimes? It's like, wow, this skin is important. I know. Let's destroy it. Let's give this human a compulsion to destroy their skin. Doesn't that sound fun? That sounds fun. It's like, who designed this system? Who is it? Is it God? That teenage girl hand motherfucker? I bet it was. I have complaints. Forms blood clots and scabs so you don't bleed out and die. Me rips them off, yeah. Ooh, fidget stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that is the solution. Fidget things. Also, apparently one of the medications that I'm taking is supposed to help with that, and I think that it does. What the fuck? Okay. Baby girl, what did I do to form this? Answer me these riddles 3. What? And by riddles 3, I mean this singular riddle. What the fuck? How did I make this happen? Okay. Oh, I see. I'm getting confused because of that. Because of the extra hair that I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep. Okay. I kind of see where we're going. I'm referencing the actual sketch now. Again. I'll fix it. About what thickness do you expect nails to be? I don't know how to measure nail thickness. All I know is that when people have acrylic nails, they're too thick. And it seems weird to me. Maybe I should just redo this. I'll do this way for now, and then I'll think about it. I'll think about redoing it. Because a while ago, I felt like I had a really thick one. I mean, toenails are really thick. So maybe if it's as thick as a toenail, that's pretty thick. I have no idea how, but I noticed when it was near impossible to cut. Yeah, I don't think fingernails are supposed to be that thick. It was like 3 times the thickness of my other nails. Yeah, that's weird. Not like you're a freak of nature weird. That's just, oh, that's curious. Human bodies do be doing that sometimes. They do be doing that shit. This was incorrect. That was incorrect. I'll fix that in a minute. Let me actually save it so that I'm doing that. Not that I'm a freak of nature, but I didn't tell you I saved a singular clipping of it. Yes, I cleaned it. Well, people are weird. I don't know what to tell you. Look. People saving nail clippings is not the weirdest thing that I've ever heard. So, I mean, you cleaned it. So, like, really? Really, who's the weird one? People who don't keep their nail clippings. Those are the weird people. Let's do, okay, so I know that this is roughly where this fabric starts. I don't know if I want to do it this way. Or how I... No! Rude. And then do the fabric thingies. Did you impregnate Loon today? No! There is no impregnation of Loon happening ever. Look. If anyone is getting pregnant, it's going to be you. Period. Also, they lay eggs, so like, why? Where do I sign up? Right here, right now. You're going to be pre-gat.
Pregnant?
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna have to pull up her dress reference again. At some point. Is this the edge of her body, or just where this... Oh, you know what? I think I see it. It kind of goes blah 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 like that. Okay, and then the embroidery is right here. I see it. I see it! I'll get rid of that line eventually. Right now, probably. Oh no. Oh no. This is like the same line. That's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to do that. That's a bad thing. That gets confusing. Lines aren't supposed to match up like that. Whoop. Shh. There. It doesn't quite match up now. Of course, now it doesn't match up with it. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. I'll just move it up. It's whatever. Okay. I'm pretty sure I was talking about something at some point, and I don't remember what it was. But now I'm thinking of the word kerning, and I can't get it out of my head. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. I had noodles today. See, it was a sign. I knew it was gonna happen today. Yeah. Actually, yeah, for the details, I should definitely pull up her dress reference again. And I'm not sure I want there to be another braid here. That's why I kind of started ignoring it at some point in the sketch, but I stopped erasing it because it was doing too much damage to the paper. That is the downside of sketching, unfortunately. I need to do this hand as well. I do like how this arm turned out in general. I just like the shape of it. You know, he also has a tail. I'm not sure if that's going to turn into his tail, because, like, this does seem to be, like, the relative thickness of his legs, so that shouldn't be his tail. But obviously he has a tail. Because, I mean, there it is. Woo! And yeah, I haven't made him pants yet. Maybe he just doesn't wear pants. But that seems inappropriate, because he doesn't have enough fur there to cover everything. And that just seems like a bad idea. Yes. Is that the gooch? Yes. Let's do his fucking hand. This hand drove me crazy. And it's gonna continue to drive me crazy because I still don't like how it turned out. Like, I don't like doing these hands because I don't get them right. Ever. And I mean, like, grabbing, like, around waists and stuff. Okay, I'll fix that in a hot second. Sometimes Automod makes me wonder if I'm a good person. Automod is the metric by which we measure all good people. So, that's how you know you're not going to heaven. Automod is questionable sometimes. See, even with the reference that I was working off of, no, this is still trash. Trash fingers. I made trash fingers. It's terrible. Look, I'm just gonna make them ovals. And we're gonna be happy about it. This is a lie, of course, because I'm not happy about it. They're fucking sausage fingers. I don't like having to put fingers or hands on, like, waists or on your hips. We love wiener fingers. Because it always ends up this way. It's always like, what the fuck did I do? This is not how hands work. And then you're like, how do hands work? And then you have, like, a crisis of yourself, because you're like, I don't understand anatomy. And I live in a meat shell, so you'd think I would understand anatomy, but no. I understand nothing of this meat shell. I mean, this individual meat shell, yes, I do understand quite a bit about her, because I've been living in her for so many decades. But, like, how do fingers? How do fingers? How do hands? See? What is that? What is that? Look at it. Look at it and tell me that looks like a fucking hand. It doesn't. I mean, granted, there is no hand there, it's just the fingers, but that's not the point. It's just so much bullshit. I had to erase it and redraw it so many times because I was so unhappy with it, and I was like, this is stupid. And then Frederick is sitting here judging me. You guys don't know who Frederick is. Frederick. He is a puppet that I bought at the Renaissance Festival many, 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 many years ago. And he currently sits on my monitor And he judges me. I ask myself that sometimes, and I hope I figure it out before I start dating. Well, good luck. Good luck on that one. Something, there's flesh here. Probably. Right? There's flesh here. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. We don't know. We don't know. I don't actually know what this part of the anatomy is. It's just flesh. I think there's no flesh there. Yeah, it looks weird. Skin that man. I don't know how I feel about this. Just go away. Just go away. We don't need your nonsense here. We do, however, need your nails back, because that is an integral part of your fingies. I need them. Please and thank you. Give me your fingernails. That's a cursed request if ever I've heard one. Give me your fucking fingernails. Because the fingers are bent around the back, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like, that's why we can't see his hand. So it makes sense. He's gonna stab her with these fingernails. I mean, hey, I just brushed them into the corner where nobody will ever see them, so I can round them up and ship them over. Oh, dear Lord. Like, really, this look is easy to achieve with acrylics because they just, like, come up and over in a way that is just so unnatural. Like, nails don't do that. That's not how nails work. And yet, here we are. I need you to get bigger. And also not be terrible. Just tell me your address and credit card number. Oh yeah, I'll get those to you right now. I'll also tell you my social security number. Just for good measure. It'll be great. Come here. Whee! But seriously, this man, how many times has this man stabbed his girlfriend with his fingernails? We don't know. But it's probably a lot. I'm just saying. Yeah, originally he wasn't going to have ice powers, but then I was like, you know what? That'd be fun. And why did I think it would be fun? Because I listened to a duet of Let It Go. And I thought, you know what? This could actually be a fun, like, rival song. Where they're both like, oh my god, we've both been kicked out of town because reasons, ice powers, and I imagine them competing with their ice powers, and then eventually they're like, oh my god, actually, you know what, we're never going back, and actually, you're kind of a cool person, so kiss kiss fall in love. The end. It's pretty much that's the whole story. A duet of Let It Go. And that's how the story happened. And then she dies, of course. That was creepy. Fuck it all! Fuck it all! Don't give a shit anymore! Exactly! Thank you. Fuck it all! Flip the table, screw you all! So you get it. At some point, the dog came into my room and opened the door behind me. I just never, like, turned around, and I guess he never stuck his little cold nose on my skin because I never noticed. But I think he's gone to bed. Hold on. I can't tell, actually. No, he hasn't. But I just turned around and realized my door was open, and that was creepy. It was a moment of creepy. Alright, let's do the pressure here. But yeah, then she dies. And I haven't figured out exactly how that happens. But I will. Eventually. All I know is that it happens to all of her coven sisters. And, so they all die. And one of my other dainties decides that it's her fault because she gave somebody information not realizing the information was going to be used in a way that would kill her. I'm not sure I would call them friends, but people that she values. I'm not sure what shape I want this to be. If you couldn't tell. I have no idea. So, you know, this is probably fine. Let me actually get rid of the finger underneath. Oh. Well, just one more to make sure. Okay, that's fine. Let's see how I feel about it. Yeah, that works for me. But basically, they get betrayed. They get killed. Everyone's upset about it. As they should be. Except for the people who did the killing, obviously. They're not very upset about it at all. They're quite pleased about it, except, technically, the boy here, whose nails I'm done doing, he is a demon. And they did kill his girlfriend. So, they quickly come to regret that decision. As they should. Look, if you find someone who's dating a demon, don't kill them. Sage life advice from Veer: don't kill people who are dating demons. Because then the demons will come for you. And you will not like how that ends. Neither will your family, but they will mourn you, and they'll be very sad about it. So really, if not for you, do it for your family. Because you don't want them to have to identify a body. That's... I wasn't gonna kill Loon, but okay. Look, I'm just saying, it's all around good advice. Don't kill people who date demons. And you won't die horribly, probably. Unless you do something else that causes you to die horribly. Who knows? But it won't be because you killed someone who dated a demon. And that's what's important here. That's the main takeaway. So wait, Loon wants to die. So does that mean I shouldn't date a demon so I don't die? Wait, what? Look, if she wants to die, she can talk to her demon daddy about it. But... don't help her do it. Because he will blame you. Or she. I don't know. Her demon mommy / daddy. Possibly both at the same time. Well, like I said, she can, what if she wants to? Like I said, she can talk to her demon Dommy, Mommy, Daddy about it. Because if you help her to, they will blame you, and they will make sure that you die horribly. I mean, if you want to die horribly, I guess that's a whole thing, but, like, also, I feel bad for the demon then. Then their girlfriend's dead. And they may have gotten revenge, but, like, you know, still, their girlfriend's still dead. That's a sad thing. Don't subject them to that. That's nonsense. But wait, if I help Loon by allowing her to kill me, how will my demon kill me horribly afterwards? Oh, you mean you! Okay. Okay. Well, strictly speaking, maybe they wouldn't want to kill you horribly afterwards. But I bet if they tried hard enough, depending on where they're from, like, you know, they might be able to pull you out of the afterlife and then kill you again. It could happen. Also, more important question, would a demon mommy or demon daddy be better? It depends on your preference, I suppose. I'm not sure what I would prefer, honestly. I'd prefer to not be there. I'd prefer to just not. Mostly only see demon daddies courtesy of Loon. Well, there are plenty of demon mommies, trust me. Look, just look up, find a bunch of lesbians. They will show you the way. Trust me. How have I found these lesbians? I don't know. I just do. Exactly. So I don't know exactly how high quality the mommy selection is. It's pretty high quality, I'd say. Are you a lesbian asking for a friend? No. Alas, I am not. If I were, then my preference would definitely be demon mommies, but nah. But I've seen them. Also, oh, you know what? I guess if you look up Monarch, Multiverse Monarch, and see her do like a smasher pass or something with her friend Sayu or whoever, she could probably, those could probably point you in the direction of some demon mommies. She seems to be a fan of them. You know? Can you tell me where the nearest mommy mart is? I don't have, it's not coming up on Google Maps, I'm sorry. Other options, just find someone, just find a whole group, just go into Dungeons and Dragons groups. I sadly don't know enough mommies to fill a mart, dang. See what in the world they give. Can you check and see what in the world they give you? What a question. What would they give me? I'm gonna do it in this other tab that you guys can't see. Just in case, you know. Because I don't know what it's going to give me. Oh, okay. I mean, that's alright. How about images? I'm going to play a dangerous game and go into images. Adopt a demon mommy. Adopt a demon mommy. Okay, well, that's Not exactly what I was thinking of when I was thinking of a demon mommy, but you know what? She's pretty cute. I'm into this. Bitch, if you don't come here right now. Come here. Get on the other screen. Look, a demon mommy. Apparent. Like, literally, that's what came up. A demon mommy. I mean, this is Loon a lesbian? That's a question for Loon. Also, but no, I don't think. I'm completely positive that she's not a lesbian. She's not straight. I like her face. Look at her mouth. It's so cute. That saying I like her face, I feel like, is saying I read Playboy for the articles. But in my case, it's true. Depends on how much of a line we draw with bi folks. I feel like those nipples would stab my heart. I enjoy the term sapphic. Yeah, sapphic, because that doesn't that's not limiting. Because lesbian is like you're only into women, but that's not how bi people work. It's just not. As far as I know. I pretend to know. I like to think that I know, just because bi erasure and ace erasure, so we are siblings in erasure. But really, I don't have any personal experience in the matter. Do you think they have demon mommies at Best Buy? Yes. Yes, I do. If they're gonna call themselves Best Buy, they better have demon mommies. We're the weird middle children of the community. Yeah. I saw something on Reddit today that was like, I don't know, I keep getting recommended Tumblr draws because I can never escape Tumblr even when I'm on Reddit. Even though I don't use Tumblr anymore. I'm still subjected to it. As is tradition, there is no escape. But it was a post about the LGBT, which was, what was the L? I just know the G was a Glock, okay? Bi was a bat. I feel like we can do better than bats, but, you know. And the T was a taser. I don't know what the L was. Oh, longsword. It was longsword. Consults my anime Pinterest board that gives me a slap on the wrist twice a week. I hate when Pinterest does that. You know what I like? Sometimes Pinterest contacts me as like, okay, so this got removed, and it's like, you can view it for a short time, like here at this temporary URL to see, like, if you need to, if you want to appeal or not. And then I click on it, and then it doesn't show me what it is. It's like, there's nothing. It just takes me to the front page. So I'm like, I don't know what it is. So then I just hit appeal anyway, most of the time. And then I'll find out what it is, because ultimately they'll be like, yeah, this actually doesn't go against our TOS. And they'll reinstate the pin. I'll be like, okay. Weird. Strange. Very strange. This is a complex one. It does that if your one-time link was already used or the pin was removed. Well, but it wasn't used. Because I'm the only one checking my email as far as I know. It's probably removed since they said so. Then why would they give me a one-time link in the same email? It's so stupid. No matter which way you look at it, it's just dumb. It's like, what are you doing? It's like you were completely in control of the situation and you still made it like this. Like, why are you like this? But yeah, usually when I do that, they reinstate it because there was nothing wrong with it in the first place. Oh, Pinterest reinstates those pins for me without my appeal. Usually. Yeah, I've had that happen too. At times when I just didn't care enough. Or at times where I haven't checked my email for a while, and I go down and I'm like, oh, a pin was removed. Oh, it was reinstated. Okay. That's fine. This is fine. And sometimes it's of things that are like, there are some that definitely deserve to be removed. Yeah. I try not to pin those things in the first place because I'm like, that'll probably get removed. That's not a good way of saving them. I do have like a pose inspiration board that will oftentimes get knocked because it's like, oh my god, nudity, and it's like, this is like Barbie doll nudity at best. It's literally a figure drawing with no, like, it's just segmented. A segmented figure drawing with a goofy smiley face. Like, literally no, like a little, just a little, literally that in the middle of their head. Every so often there's a little outbreak of some person uploading porn on Pinterest and then there are like 14,000 comments reporting it. Yeah. Apparently I miss those times. It's like, I'm just not there. It's like, do. I'm over here. I think one of my pins got removed for like nudity or something. And it was, there wasn't even a person in it. It was a landscape. It was just a landscape. It's like, how did this, like, what AI or like something looked at this and was like, there's nudity in this landscape, Mitch. Look at that mountain, it's completely unclothed. Not even like a flesh-colored mountain. It's just a mountain. Like, I don't remember which one it was anymore, but I spent so long just sitting there looking at it like, what the fuck? What is this? Who? Why was this taken down in the first place? Like, Pinterest, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you need assistance? They do. Apparently. And sometimes it literally is dolls. Because I have, like, boards for, like, ball-jointed dolls. And most of them do not have anatomy. They are not anatomically correct. I say most because there are definitely some that are, and that's why I don't pin those ones. And that also leads to many questions on my part of why. Like, did you just want realistic nipples for some? Why do these male dolls? Like, look, I understand the bump because under the clothes that makes sense. Okay? Why do the female dolls have genitalia, though? Because the bump, there doesn't need to be... You don't need that. It's like, why are you doing this? Why did you make them this way? I mean, go off, I guess, but... I've seen a few accounts get completely terminated. The annoying thing is that if you follow an account that gets terminated, you don't unfollow them. But if they're terminated, you can't unfollow them. Well, that's just stupid. That's just dumb. Someone designed this. Someone designed this system, and they did a shit job at it. I'm sure that was just a thing that was overlooked. Or they just never thought about it. They're like, huh, that's weird. A strange thing. Okay, we're getting there slowly but surely. She's slowly getting close. So it's like 15 following, and you check and it shows you the 4 people you follow. Yeah, that's weird. Not sure what to make of that. It's like, what? Just let me unfollow people. Please. They don't exist anymore. Let me go. Free me. Free me from this endless torment. I'm just gonna start a new line here because I'm lazy. Not a straight line. Thank you. Thanks though. But I don't wanna do a straight line. Woo! There. I'm pretty sure this is not transparent, so I will have to get rid of that eventually. But at some point... I don't know what that sentence was supposed to turn into. Just FYI. No idea. I'm sorry. Could you... I guess I kind of get it. This is a very color-altered sketch. I'm not sure that's how fabric actually works, but we'll go with it. So I've been working on a baby blanket that should have been done already, but you know. Procrastination. It's not important. I mean, the baby blanket, well, in the grand scheme of things, it's not important, so. But I've been working on it. And since I've been doing that, I've also been doing things such as catching up on shows that I never actually watched, even though I meant to. One of those shows is, I almost called it Quack Pack. It's not called Quack Pack because that is the old show. Not... Look, DuckTales, basically. I looked up DuckTales. So I was like, I want to watch the reboot. I've never seen it. My brain is starting to give out on me. So this is exactly why I was like, I know this is going to be a short stream, because if I start this late at night, my brain absolutely will cease to function. at some point. And it is.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
No. I will never hydrate again. I will die of thirst. Okay. That's a weird reaction for VTube Studio to have when I have my cup in front of my face, but okay. That's just gonna be the little hydration dance, I suppose. Anyway, it has more, like, I watched the original DuckTales, you know? So, at least I think it was the original. I could be wrong. Anyway. I watched that. I watched Tailspin and other shows like that. Darkwing Duck, you know. And clearly, while this show was made more modern and everything, it's still, I guess there were just more references than I thought there would be. DuckTales, woo, yeah. Especially to, the other shows, like Darkwing Duck. I knew that there would be something about Darkwing Duck. I did not know that they would reference Cape Suzette or anything from Tailspin. But the Tailspin bad guy is literally in the show. Cape Suzette is mentioned as like a place they could go. And I was like, wow. What's his face? Don Carnage, that's it. I mean, okay. Those reference from other media, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the way that they did Don Carnage is very interesting. It's like, wow, they sure did make him entirely different. Don Carnage is now a theater kid whose pirates sing and dance when they attack, as one should, of course. So that threw me off. It's like, that is not how I remember Don Carnage. I remember him much more intimidating than that. But go off, yeah. Let's do this. Why not sing and dance? I did not know that Darkwing Duck would be an actual show in universe. Like an old show that like the nephews and stuff are not familiar with. Really, but like Launchpad loves it. Of course he does. Also, what a fucking enigma Launchpad is and always was. He just was like always in. Because he was in DuckTales. He was in Darkwing Duck. It's like, what's your life like, my dude? I do appreciate that he's very much treated as like, okay, this is just the driver, and the other characters, I think, kind of not necessarily brush him off, but like there are times when the main characters will go have their adventure for the episode, and while they're wandering off, like something happens where he's like, I've got to see an old girlfriend or something and help her out. You don't see him for the rest of the episode. So this is my favorite gag of the new show. The newer show. Is that at the end of the episode he's got all this shit on him, and like he's beaten up or something, and it's like he has so clearly had his own adventure, and we never get to see what the fuck it was. Also, how many girlfriends does Launchpad have? Because I've counted at least 2 so far that he's gone off to help. One of which he didn't actually realize that she was there. I'm pretty sure she was a mermaid. So, there's that whole thing. So that's one of my favorite parts of the newer series, personally, is just Launchpad and his entire existence. I was gonna say something else about it. I know I was. I don't remember what. I just know that I was. It's lost forever now. We'll never find it again. Oh, I finished season 1, and there's no way to like legally watch season 2 or 3 or whatever for free. So yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. Although I don't think it's technically called pirating, it's just Polychat Launchpad, yeah, right? I know at some point Darkwing Duck, or whatever his name is, his real name, we don't care what his real name is. I only care that Darkwing Duck, that's it. I know at some point he appears in one of the episodes, so I'm looking forward to that. And I think I saw a design for Gosling, or whatever her name is. Yeah. And like throughout the series, there are absolutely references to multiple other shows that were old. Like, the fucking... Okay, I saw most of them coming. I did not see the Gummy Bears one coming. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean there's a Gummy Bears reference in the show? What are you talking about? But there is. Color me surprised. It's a whole thing. Something about ancient druids, and they bounce. Something, something, something. Which, you know, accurate. They did bounce. Quite a lot. I only vaguely remember that show. Like, very vaguely. What if I just make it disappear mostly? No, that's dumb. That's dumb. Sleep, my child. I may have to, because these lo-fi vibes are definitely killing me. It's too relaxing, and it's after midnight. So clearly that's a problem. But I'm almost completely done with the line art. Almost. Which means I can start coloring soon. And get that shit done. And design his whole thing. What if you went for 3 more hours until I probably go to bed? What if I did that? I don't know if I could survive that long. At a certain point, I will stop talking, and at that point I know that it's like I'm all streamed out. If long periods of silence begin to happen, it's like, oh no. Like I can tell it's happening. Because even when I have things to talk about, eventually it will happen. Where I will start to fade out. Whether just because I'm tired or tired of talking, who knows. Then I'm like, oh no. Nar. What else have I been watching? I accidentally rewatched the last couple episodes of season 3 of Stranger Things because Netflix told me that I had not finished it, but I did finish it, so yeah. What if you streamed like my first stream and just never said anything? I mean, I could, but then I'd feel really awkward. I start to feel actively awkward when I don't talk on stream. It makes me anxious. I get anxiety. It's like, oh god, oh no. It's like when you have to talk to fill the silence because you feel like it's too quiet. Like when you're with a friend or something, and you're like, oh my god, how do I fill this silence? And I just feel that anxiety. It's great. And by great, I mean it's terrible. Anxiety is a terrible, terrible curse. Okay. But, okay. That looks weird, but you know what? It's fine. The only pressure I feel is thinking people expect or want me to talk about something. I mean, that's fair. I understand that feeling. It's like, oh no. Surely I must speak of something. Specifically something. Perfectly happy saying nothing myself. Yeah. And that definitely works for some people. Like I said, for whatever reason, it just makes me anxious. And I am a slave to my anxiety. 70% of my 7-hour power was stream. Look. Like I said, it works for some people because it doesn't make them anxious. Like, if it doesn't make you anxious, then you're not gonna give off anxious vibes when you do it. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel the anxious vibes emanating off of me at times. Like, oh, this is terrible. And granted, that's probably partly delusion. Where it's like, of course I can tell, because I'm me. Duh. I'm in the body where it's happening. This is not what the curly cues look like on her dress. This is just how I like drawing these style curly cues. I used to draw them all the time in middle school. I don't know why. It's just a thing I did in my notes. Why would you do this? Because I am kind of looking for games that are really easy to talk during. Yeah, that's a good thing. It also helps when you, like, can just straight up think of things to talk about. Power Washing is definitely one of them. Well, that's good. Because there are definitely times when it's some things that it's easier to talk during, and then other times it's like, I just straight up don't have anything to talk about today. Most of the things I have to talk about right now are crochet and Kidlet's new schedule, and which is kind of unfortunate because a lot of the games I play require hard focus. Yeah, see, those games will definitely are definitely a lot harder to talk during. Because the harder you have to focus, but I feel like people watching are definitely gonna get that more. Downtown traffic, yeah. because they're there for the gameplay, and they're like, yes, this does require focus. I do not expect as much speaking as other games. I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me. Oh, it's true. Yeah, downtown traffic, crochet. I had to make a Trello board for the crochet thing I'm working on because there are 127 hexagons that I must do. And I have not done that many. I might have actually ended up being one. Really? So I had to make a whole Trello board to be like, okay, but how close am I actually to being done? The answer is not close at all. I have done... Wait, how many do I have? Because there's the first 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 done. Oh, to be a veteran rhythm game player and flex on everyone so much that I have no friends. Flex so much, you lose all your friendships. Oh, speaking of no friends. Because that's a song, and that song reminds me very specifically of one character. When I was initially working on the hexagons, I was like, wow, I sure could catch up on all sorts of things that, like, I'm really behind on. I could do that sort of thing. That'd be crazy and cool and awesome and stuff, but also, you know what else I could do? I could rewatch Generator X. Fucking show that ended forever ago. So I've been rewatching episodes that have my favorite character in them. Cesar, he's the one that reminds me of the No Friends song, because he is so painfully, clearly neurodivergent. And I relate to that on a spiritual level. So I watched the other day the first episode that he appeared in, and one time I was like, it's him! It's my boy! My fucking disaster child. Also, side note, I just love how at the end of the series, like the finale, the main character Rex, he's like doing a recap of everything that's led up to that point, right? And he's like, things were going great. And then things started going not so great. And you know what the first thing he mentioned after he said that was? My brother Cesar showed up. I'm like, thank you, Rex, that's wonderful. You're just top tier brother. Good sibling relationship right there, but honestly, I mean, serious talk, that is peak sibling energy. It's like, things started going not great. My fucking brother showed up. Point 1. This motherfucker showed up. Yeah. Dawns on me that it's like, wow, it has been a really long time since that show ended, but for some reason I'm still into it. Forever. Perhaps. I mean, probably not forever, but let's face it. Other characters that I've been into, I've been into them for a long, long time, and I still have, like, Mushu for Mulan. Okay, he was one of them who I was super obsessed with him for, like, all of middle school, at the very least. And then, like, Nosedive from a show that was already old at the time that I was in high school. Mighty Ducks, the animated series. I just rediscovered it in high school and decided to be, I don't know, I was just really into Nosedive. who's like the leader's little brother. I have a thing for like... I have a thing for side characters. If it's the main character, no. It can't be the main character. It has to be like the main character's sidekick, or their comedy relief, or a sibling of theirs. That seems to be a trend. I don't do that on purpose. That's just like the vibe. Or like a complete, or just a background character. You know Clopin from The Hunchback of Notre Dame? Fucking love that guy. There's a piece of my soul in him. Like, not even a significant role in the movie. But also, do you think I was the only one? Because I wasn't. He actually had a pretty big fan base. It's like, how did this side character get so many fangirls? We just don't know. We just don't know. But it happened. Who were the other ones that I was into? I know that there was Timon from The Lion King. So, you know, Timon and Pumbaa. There was him. Who else was there? I don't know if Genie was ever one of them from Aladdin. I know I was really into him, but I don't know if it was quite the same as with the other ones. It's hard to say. Who else was there? They're mostly guys. This is like what Little Me experienced instead of crushes. Was basically fictional, I guess fictional character crushes or something. I know, okay, there was Kyron or Kieran or however you want to say it from a webcomic called Emergency Exit. Super into him for a number of years. And he had like a potential romance in the series, which I was also super into. I was like, yes, please, now kiss. Please do kiss. I'm trying to think of other ones. See, main point is, like, even years later, still technically low-key. Well, I still have great affection for them. Even after I'm, like, quote-unquote done with them. It's just a very silly thing, if I'm being honest. I think sometimes it can happen with my own characters, like with King, who has since been replaced. And by replaced, well, replaced is not the right word. He evolved into a different character. Also, Farouk from my webcomic evolved into Blight, a character that I used for D&D. So yeah, it definitely can be my own characters. I need this line to become one. Please and thank you. Thank you. Tomorrow, if my internet is decent, I'm planning on getting into a really high octane game. What game? Tell me all of your secrets. I must know. I should double check if I have D&D tomorrow. I really don't know. I'm pretty sure that we do, though. Pizza Tower. What is Pizza Tower? Because it sounds amazing. A friend got it for me for my birthday. That reminds me, I have to put your birthday in my calendar. How dare you not tell me well in advance what your birthday is? The audacity? I'm kidding. But it does remind me, I do need to do that. That way, when it comes around again, I can properly prepare to torment you in advance. I told you a year in advance when my birthday was. Yeah, exactly a year in advance. Thanks for that. Thanks. That's great. Love that. I need advance notice so that I can properly torment you. Pizza Tower is a platformer, in short. Is it a game that's designed to torment you? Because for some reason... Okay, I'm using the word torment too much. But... it's given me vibes of torment. I don't know if that's exactly the right location that I want that to be in, but I guess I can change it later. In detail, you're a guy with crippling anxiety, climbing a tower and brutally beating up every enemy that stands in your path. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Sounds about what I expected. Nice. Wait, let me get rid of this. Okay. I mean, it does look relatively in the same position given her shoulders, I think. The reason I was interested enough to want to play it is because I saw a mod for it. Oh no. Always dangerous. Oh, I should do her tail before I forget, so I at least have all of her important body parts finished. Woo. A mod that replaces your dude with an anime girl that looks equally as unstable and anxious. Good. I approve of this mod. Because it makes you an anime girl. And who doesn't want to be an anime girl? Incidentally, that reminds me of apparently when some people get mad at like a VTuber they're arguing with, or just a person they're arguing with who happens to be a VTuber basically, they're like, well, you're a VTuber, you're probably just a VTuber because you're like ugly in real life or something. It also makes bosses anime girls. Nice. And this of course has in the past inspired many people to be like, I'm a VTuber and I'm hot in real life. Or something like that. They're right about me being a VTuber because I'm uglier. Look, my response to that, to being told, well, you just do it because you're ugly in real life, would be like, okay, and? Yeah? And? That doesn't make you magically right in an unrelated argument. I'm not hot in real life. Like, we can't all be hotties in real life. That's why my VTuber model was made to look exactly like me. See, even you don't believe that you're ugly. Not deep down, you don't actually believe it. I mean, let's be real, I wouldn't say I'm ugly either. Because I don't think that I necessarily am ugly in real life. But definitely not, you know, like a hottie. Like so many people who I follow on Twitter, which makes me feel a little weird sometimes. What about that fun fact about yourself plus a couple? Hey, I didn't say I was ugly. I said I wasn't hot. Just because you're not hot doesn't mean that you're ugly. You wrote a book in 2015. I don't know that I said that I... Wait, did I say that I wrote a book in 2015? I didn't specify when I wrote it. Actually, not in the post anyway. I may have mentioned it before. I don't actually remember when I wrote it. I think I published it 20 years after I was in 4th grade. So, whenever that was. Whenever that was. I mean, you're probably right. It's somewhere around 2015, 2014, probably. Wait, okay. How old are you in the 4th grade? You're like 9? 10? If I was 9, it would be 5. It would be a year that ends in 5. I'm pretty sure. So if we say that I was 9, 2025, no. No. Then it would have been 95 or 90. If I was 10 years old, it would have been 96. So 95, 96. That's when I was in 4th grade. I'm an old lady, remember? Old in that, you know, relative term. In a relative sense. Because one day I'm going to actually be old and I'm going to be like, why did I say I was old when I was in my 30s? I'm going to be like, why did I say that? Let's be real, everyone starts saying that once they get like over 20. So, yeah, if it was 20 years after that, I think. Yeah, okay, it would have been like 2014, 2015. 2015, 2016, who knows? One of those times. Yeah, it probably was 2015. That would have been 20 years after. Roughly. What book did you write? It is a children's book. If you look up the title, it will pop up immediately, and I haven't decided yet if I'm prepared for that. Because it's obviously under my real name. But it actually is very well suited for A, this channel, and B, for the Christmas season, so I was considering reading it, but then I was like, well, then I'd have to, you know, share the title, and you know, that whole thing. Long story short, it's a children's book about an ornament. It is based on real life events that happened when I was in 4th grade. Because that was the assignment. And when I look at it now, I cringe because I also illustrated it, and now I'm like, ew. Ew. Why did I do that? Why did I illustrate it that way? Which, you know, normal things. Yeah, when writing that post, I also realized it's like, oh, I guess technically I'm a published poet, too. Wait, so you made a 4th grade assignment into a book? No. Yes. No, yes. Yes, no. It was an assignment for a storytelling class that I took as an adult. But the story in it was technically about an assignment that I did in 4th grade. Because I used to hate writing. And it was a writing assignment. So, you know. I'm probably going to cut it off before this gets here, but I'm just trying to follow some lines here and see what the heck is going on. I used to hate writing as well, but mainly because I hated handwriting. Yeah, same. It hurt my hands. That's like the primary reason that I hated it. When school involved typing, I did so much better. I had to learn to type. Typing is better for my hands. It does not hurt. Like, I just, as a little kid, was not holding the pencil right, I think. So it just hurt. After a certain point. And also, like, I couldn't write fast enough. I thought faster than I wrote, which, you know, still kind of a problem. My handwriting was awful. Still is. Same. I think it was Kendra that found a birthday card. She might already be asleep. From me, from when we were little. The handwriting on it, however, is exactly the same as my adult handwriting. It never got better. It stayed at a certain... It got to a certain point of development, and then it just stopped evolving. It was just like, this is just messy-ass handwriting. That is just the way it is. Incidentally, if I... since I've been hanging out on, like, r/ADHD women, or whatever. What is this line? Oh, I think I was just erasing. That's what that line is. I don't know if this line is actually gonna stay, but I'm gonna change the pressure of it anyway. We'll see. I can barely read my own handwriting. That is my unique talent, I find. I'd be pulled aside in school asking what the fuck I wrote on an essay, and I'd be like, hell if I know. Yeah, typing is really important for doing assignments because sometimes your handwriting is just shit. I think my handwriting was understandable to a certain degree, so I had that going for me. The story basically is about when I decided I wanted to be a writer, like when I was little. I was like, oh my god, I want to tell stories. Because I always thought that I was bad at writing, and in little Veer's mind it was like, okay, well, I'm bad at like, I just assumed I was bad at writing because I hated writing, the physical act of writing. Therefore, I must also be bad at, you know, writing stories. That doesn't make any sense, of course, but I was fucking 9. I don't know. But my 4th grade teacher after this assignment pulled me aside and told me, and I was so scared because I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to do this assignment again. I assumed I was bad at a lot of things because people said so, and I had no other metric. See, this is why you don't tell children shit like that. You don't say shit like that to children because it's damaging to their self-esteem. You also, ideally, shouldn't tell children that they're just smart, apparently. But should rather praise them for their hard work as opposed to just being natural, like saying something that basically implies they're naturally smart because overachievers have grown up and have been like, okay, so that's what my self-worth was tied to, and as soon as I struggled with anything ever, my self-esteem plummeted immensely. And it's like, okay, don't say that to children. Noted. I remember being a kid and wanting to play a video game, and I was told it was a hard game, and I probably wouldn't be able to play it. Well, that's just silliness. I mean, I can imagine thinking those thoughts as an adult or as... or as an older sibling. Because, like, yeah, absolutely, there are some games where I'm like, this child is not going to be able... They don't have the motor skills yet to be able to play this. Which, granted, is a very different, attitude than, this child is terrible, they cannot play this. Because that's a big difference. There's a big difference between you just suck and this child is a baby and therefore does not have the motor skills and will likely not be very good at this. It wasn't Dark Souls, but it was close. I played it and did fine. Hooray! Do I want these all exactly the same? Do I want to redo this one? I might. I'm gonna. And by redo, I mean just copy, literally, this, and put it up there. It was called Mount and Blade. Doesn't ring a bell. Alright, story, blah blah blah. My teacher told me that my story was amazing, and she looked genuinely impressed by it, and I was like, what the fuck? and then I was like, wow, I want to be a writer. That was the story. And it was a medieval RPG where you were a dude and got to go around killing people and being a knight or something, and you can own land and villages. Nice. As one does. The only difficult part was that I couldn't read. Well, that would make it hard. I'm gonna have to... look at the reference for this. Probably. But... although the game did teach me politics. Well, that could be a good thing, or a bad thing, depending on your perspective. Your opinion of politics in general. Ouch. Stop being itchy. Why are you like this? Yeah, that seems fine. Anyway, it was a very, very touching story, and blah, blah, blah. People liked it in my class, so... published it. I got to be able to own land and form my own faction, and I had to convert and convince other people to serve under me instead. As one does. And what I found was that I would just have to pick a different dialogue option out of like 20 for each person. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this. So I literally realized as a kid, oh, just tell people what they want to hear and they'll support me. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Whew, that is about. What? Yeah, I find most people don't like to hear things like that. Like, okay. So, autism, right? You'll understand. Hold on. So, like, we suspect that I have that. Haven't gotten tested for it yet, but, since I do work with kids who are developmentally disabled, and I grew up that way myself, I've had good fun times basically explaining to kids with autism, basically, like, this is why we do XYZ. And then I never kept my promises because I couldn't understand what they wanted anyway. And then they'd abandoned me. Yeah. That sounds right. But basically, like, when kids were like, why do we do this? Why is this, like, a social rule that we have to follow? I could actually, like, explain that to them. Be like, oh, well, see, it makes people happy, and we want to make our friends happy. Ergo, we do that. Which I'm not sure is the explanation that, like, a neurotypical person might offer, but it is effective. Being like, look, we do this because that's what seemed to be normal for them, and we like our friends, right? We like them, and we want them to be happy, and this makes them happy. Ergo, we do this thing because it makes them happy, and because they are our friend, and we want them to be happy. I think we still have a long way to go with understanding and accommodating people's minds, especially kids. Yeah. And there are definitely some things that are much like the English language, which I also kind of had to explain to the kids. Which was basically, why is this a rule in English? And the answer is literally just because it is. We don't know why. English doesn't make sense. Sometimes. That's literally the answer. The answer is literally, English doesn't make sense sometimes. It's just a rule. This is just something that we have to memorize. Everyone just has to memorize it because it's just one of those rules that we don't know why it's there, but we don't want to change it because it doesn't make sense if we change it. It makes it harder for people to understand us, and it's just easier to leave it as it is, because otherwise we have to, like, lead an entire revolution and change the entire language, and I'm too lazy to do that, so we're just gonna do it this way, and usually they're too lazy to do that too. Because, like, it's like, child, do you want to start a revolution? No, I didn't think so. Shut up and learn this. That is a primary motivating factor in getting kids to learn something. Do you want to start a revolution? No? I didn't think so. It's like, man, I just want to play video games. It's like, kids, same. So that's why we do this. And sometimes that is the reason. What if they do? Well, they can do it themselves. I'm not helping. On a serious note, I'd probably tell them it's like, okay, well, you have to write to this person and this person and this person. Now, write those letters, please. That's how you start. They're like, no, I just want to change it. It's like, okay, well, how do you think... Just turn it into a learning moment. It's like, okay, well, how did people, do this in the past? How did it change in the past? Let's look up that. Okay, let's look up politics. Let's look up who we need to contact to do this. Like, let's look up how much support we need. Just, like, give them an entire fucking thesis to write or something. I don't know. Usually that convinces them that they don't want to do it because they're fucking 8 and they don't even understand half of those things. Or maybe they'll write a letter and be like, I don't like this thing. And it's like, okay, we'll send that. And someone will think it's cute. I don't know. They killed people for it. Okay, well. You can't kill someone when you're 8. I mean, you can, but don't tell the children that. Don't tell them that. Then that's a problem. Then their parents will get angry at you. And the police will get angry at you. Because other times the explanation is, no, you don't understand, child. I can't do those things for you because then your parents will be mad at me and I'll get in trouble and I'll go to jail and I don't want to go to jail. Ergo, I'm not doing that for you. Like, how are babies made? Ask your parents. I don't want to ask my parents. They won't tell me.
Take some fucking souls and ruin some goddamn lives!
Just fucking imagining an 8-year-old. Like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna start a revolution. It's like, okay, you do that. You leave me out of it, but you do that. I need... Girl. There you are. I don't even know what's happening now. Oh, I forgot the little dots. Look, I'm lazy. So this is a morbid thought/question, but I've always wondered why more kids don't commit murder. They're physically incapable, often. Also, most of them have learned more empathy by the time they're old enough to do anything. Which, yeah, empathy is a learned thing. And altruism and such. Because we're kind of born selfish bastards. Because that's how we survive as animals, by being selfish. But the older we get, the more important it is for humans to understand that they can't be selfish all the time. And they have to support one another, blah, 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 blah. And usually by the time they're big enough and strong enough to do something, they've already learned that. So, they usually won't. Probably. I don't know. I'm not an expert. So, I don't actually know. Because as a child, surely you'd be able to know what's dangerous and realize you can use that against other people, right? I guess, but also as a child, no. You often don't understand what's even dangerous for yourself. Like, you don't know. You think you know, but you don't. Or you often overestimate or underestimate how dangerous something is. Also, children think that they're pretty slick. And they're not. This is wrong. This just looks like a ball sack. Please stick your finger in this outlet, mommy. Yeah, pretty much. It's like most people, like when we were children, we thought we were good at getting away with things. But oftentimes, we did not get away with things because we were good at being sneaky or hiding them. This still looks like a ball sack. We got away with things because adults noticed they just didn't care enough to get us in trouble for those things. And they were like, this isn't that big of a deal, honestly. It's fine. Because, you know, pick your battles, you know? Wait. As an expert, I'm pretty sure ball sacks don't look like that. Okay. But it looks a little bit. It reminds me of a ball sack, though. Even though that's not what they look like, it still reminds me of them. Oh no. Size freezing, and it's saying, you bitch, it's late. You must be single or a lesbian. I am single. I am not a lesbian, though. But I am asexual, so that really doesn't help. It's also been a long, long time since I last saw, you know, a scrotum, so it reminds me of them. Either that or really pendulous boobs. Yeah, actually, yeah. Really pendulous, titties. That is what it looks like, actually. Now, boobs, I can see it. Yeah, yeah. Because that is pretty much the shape that you start with when you draw boobs. A teardrop shape. And you can erase the lines, but like when they're not in a bra, they can look like that. I guess they're not that pendulous. There's a lot of different words to describe boobs, and pendulous is one of them. I don't know, I can see that. Although, would you be able to tell from the front if they're pendulous, or would you have to like bend over to see how pendulous they are? You might have to bend over. Because on the chest, they might look the same as ones that aren't. I'll be sure to ask that if I ever start dating. Don't ever tell someone they have pendulous boobs, please. I'm pretty sure that's an insult. If they don't answer, they're not the one. Well, there you go. Good test. There we go. Okay. What the heck? What? Hi, Barrett! Is your what the heck because we're talking about pendulous boobs, or because I'm streaming? Hello. I meant to stop like an hour or two ago, and I didn't. Like an hour and a half ago. Oh, it's not midnight here. It's 1 a.m. I started really late. I didn't mean to go this late. But I kept getting distracted, which is part of the reason that I didn't play Calls of the Lamb, because I would absolutely get distracted way more, and then I would be up all night. Hey Barrett, do we have D&D tomorrow? Asking for a friend. The friend is me. When I was a kid, my family really loved this girl I hung out with. Okay, good. And they told me it's because she was really chubby and cute. We do, yeah. And then they pulled me aside and told me to never tell her that. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think most girls consider being called chubby like a compliment, even if you mean it as a compliment. Because even if they are chubby and cute, they're gonna latch onto the whole chubby thing and be like, oh my god, I'm fat and ugly. Because fat means ugly to a lot of people. Spoiler alert, fat doesn't mean ugly, actually. But that is a mental block. At least I think so. Yeah, I think we do. I think at some point I was gonna go to the Renaissance Festival this weekend, but that's because I thought this was like Fish Club weekend, but I don't think it is anymore. I don't know. Did we have a game last week? I don't think so. Wait. Let me check. No, we didn't have a game last week. So surely we must have a game this week. I don't know. Aren't you gonna be gone starting on like the 2nd, so like next week? I don't know. I'm getting less and less lucid the more we continue. I don't know. Okay. I always wondered how you hug super skinny people. Like, they don't fit in your arms. What, super skinny? Oh, because they're, well, you bend your arms and make your arms shorter. You suck your arms into your body. Just go swoop. And then just hug them with your hands like a T-Rex. No! Okay. It's definitely 1 a.m. No, stop. No, no, no. 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 We're closing Psy. It's not happening anymore. Everything. No, don't save that. Everything. No, we're stopping. I want something at least a little squishy. Yeah, to hug with T-Rex arms. Why is T-Rex arms so funny? I just keep imagining the little swoop. It's too late for this. No. That seemed quiet too. Maybe I did turn down the sound alerts. Huh. There. Okay. I don't think I even have the wherewithal to raid anyone right now. And I need to go to bed, apparently, desperately. Because, now we're all about T-Rex arms. And, that's hysterical to me. It's way too funny. It shouldn't be this funny. I'm fine. Everything is fine. My eyes are watering, but I'm fine. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this very late night stream. Hooray! Wiggle! There we go. I guess I'll see you guys next week. I might finish this on stream, or we'll just play games again, or I don't know. Hooray! Yeah, I'll go to bed and, well, I'll get off stream at least. We'll see how much longer it takes me to go to bed. We'll see. Okay, no rating. Yes, no rating. Okay. So, I can... It's awkward because, like, I forget how to end things when I'm not rating people. But, no. Okay, no. No? No. Yeah, I've lost the plot. Okay, I've lost it. It's no. Shh. It's too much 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. and it's a lot. So, thank you for joining me. I hope you have a happily ever after until I see you next time. And hopefully you will join us for the next chapter. Okay, bye. Bye. Ow. Oh god, now I'm dizzy.